All right, today I have The Wolf's Chicken Stew as the story. It's by Keiko Kaza. And I'm not going to tell you why I chose this book. I want you to figure it out. You figure out why I chose this book for this special day. There once lived a wolf who loved to eat more than anything else in the world. As soon as he finished one meal, he began to think of the next. One day, the wolf got a terrible craving for chicken stew. All day long, he walked across the forest in search of a delicious chicken. Finally, he spotted one. Ah, she's just perfect for my stew, he thought. The wolf crept closer, but just as he was about to grab his prey, he had another idea. If there were just some way to fatten this bird a little more, he thought, there would be more stew for me. So the wolf ran home to his kitchen and he began to cook. First, he made 100 scrumptious pancakes. Then late at night, he left them on the kitchen's porch. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. The next night, he brought 100 scrumptious donuts. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. And on the next night, he brought a scrumptious cake weighing 100 pounds. Eat well, my pretty chicken. Get nice and fat for my stew. At last, all was ready. This was the night that he'd been waiting for. He put a large stew pot on the fire and set out joyfully to find his dinner. That chicken must be fat as a balloon by now, he thought. Let's see. But as he peeked into the chicken's house, the door opened suddenly, and the chicken screeched, "Oh, so it was you, Mr. Wolf!" Children, look! The pancakes and the donuts and that scrumptious cake, we thought they were from Santa Claus. All those presents were really from Uncle Wolf. The baby chicks jumped all over the wolf and gave him 100 kisses. Oh, thank you, Uncle Wolf. You're the best cook in the world. Uncle Wolf didn't have stew that night, but Mrs. Chicken fixed him a nice dinner anyway. Aw, shucks, he thought as he walked home. Maybe tomorrow I'll bake those little critters 100 scrumptious cookies. And he did. So why do you think I chose that book? Did you hear it had 100 pancakes, 100 donuts, a cake that weighed 100 pounds, 100 cookies. The chicks gave him 100 kisses. I picked it for 100 Day. Let's jump in to our letters and sounds. Today, only the vowels A, E, I, O, U. Let's do it. A, A. E, E. I, O, O. U, U. Now let's do the long sounds because those are the short sounds. So we would do A, E, E. I, O, U. Because the long sounds just say their name, right? Let's start with that word for that we got last week. FOR, for, like this present is for you. Those 100 cookies were for the chicks. Girl, did, to, see, am, of, go, you, as, have, I, we, his, almost skipped one, can, and the word act. Again, we are focusing on words that that start with that short O, ah sound. So I'm going to say them, really emphasizing that ah sound of O. And then I want you to do the same. Odd, olive, opposite, operation, opportunity, and object. Good. All right, getting ready to break that word into 3 different sounds. You tell me what you hear. Ix, fix, an, van, dot, dot, ill, hill, at, sat, all, so, rip, rip, am, ham, ot, pot, and it, hit. You ready for your roller coaster ride? Here we go. The first word is did. Did. Now remember, you're holding that word the whole way, kind of drawing that word out. And when you get to the top, that's when you're saying your vowel sound. Rod, rod. Big, big. Mad, mad. Miss, miss. Box, box. Pan, an. Dig, dig. Gob, gob. And the last one, wag, wag. All right. Now, you get your choppers ready. I'm going to give you a word, and you'll tell me all the sounds you hear in that word. The first one is tap, tap. Try rock, rock. Tell me all the sounds in fit, it. Zap, zap. Tell me all the sounds in fox, ox. Fill, ill. Tell me the sounds in map, map. Lot, lot. What sounds are in kid, id. Hat, at. Good. Changing that first sound. Here we go. The word is sad. We're going to change the s to a p. Add, pad. Miss. Change the m to a k. Kiss. Fox. Change the f to a b. Box. Tag. Change the t to a w. Wag. Tim. Change the t to a h. Him. All right, to the end of the word, we've got the word M. Then we're adding a r. Rim. All add d. Doll. Ag add b. Bag. Ill add w. Will. Am add s. Sam. Taking away that first sound. Dig without the d is ig. D-ig. Tick without the t is ick. Job without the j is ob. Lot without the l is ot. Map without the m is app. All right, Little Jack Horner is the one that we're going to review today. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." I don't know what a good boy puts his fingers in his food, but I guess that's how the nursery rhyme goes. All right, I'll see you in a minute. We're going to do some more work with letters and sounds.